Welcome. I'm Lizzie Brooks, and this is a fast, challenging workout for busy parents. So I know you don't have a lot of time, but you really want to make your workout count. So that is why we're going to be working primarily with high intensity interval training. You can take more breaks than I take. You can come out of things, come back into them when you're ready. This will be also mixed with a little bit of yoga just for added balance and working the mind as well as the body. So we're about 15 minutes in length, and come and join me on your mat. Okay, so I'm not doing that much of a warm-up or anything, so if you want to pause this, do a little bit more of a warm-up, then absolutely I am 100% in favor of that. So come to all fours, and I'm going ahead and start our timer here for 15 minutes. We're just going to start to articulate our spine in these two directions, drawing rounded through the spine and back. And then neutralize that all out, come into a downward facing dog. Root the fingertips, root the first finger and thumb ball joint, draw the hips back, inhale, and big sigh out. Okay, plank pose here with option to hold, option to come down to the knees, or option to start drawing one knee and then the other. So same side leg goes to same side arm. And you don't have to touch the arm with the knee. You can come close. You can maybe just do a little march like this. Even on all fours, a little lift and lower. So make this the level that you need, okay? And then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Downward dog. Conversely, you could do a child's pose if you like. Deep breath in. Big sigh out. Walk your hands back to your feet, bend the knees any amount, roll up to rise all the way to stand, shake that out. So take your feet a little wider than hips distance apart, opposite knee, opposite elbow. So you can see there's a trend here, but this time we're going opposite instead of same side. So with this march, you can come close or you can come to touching. You can start to increase the pace if you want. Okay, so again, the pace is totally up to you. I don't set the pace, you do. If you want a little bit more, stretch the back arm straight back while the elbow in front stays bent. I just messed that up. See, it's hard to do. So bending one elbow, straightening the other. And that will get into the shoulder and the back a little bit more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold in mountain pose, hands to the heart or to the waist or down. Inhale. And shake that out. Okay, so from here, we're gonna start with some hops. So I'll show you from the side. If hops are too much, you're gonna do heel raises, coming up and pressing back, okay? If you can hop, you're going to do a little hop. The hop lands with bent elbows. No, these are not your elbows. Need to go back to anatomy class. With bent knees. So you're never landing hard in the knees. You're bending every time. You're throwing back a little bit of air in your hands to open up the heart, front of the shoulder. And if you want more, you're hinging at the hips even more as you land, so it becomes more of a squat jump. Stay with it. 3, 2, 1, hold squat. I know you're probably trembling, I am too. Breathe. Slowly come to stand. Shake that out, come up to the top of your mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Step back into that plank pose. Take it to a side plank, either your left hand down or left forearm down. Stagger or stack the feet. Staggering will be a little easier. Top leg in front. And we'll do a lift and lower. So you don't have to do the lift and lower, and if that's too much, just hold with the knee down and stay here. Okay, so don't stop doing the workout because you think there's not a level for you. I promise you there's a level, and maybe that's just taking a child's pose for a little while and coming back as you're ready. And coming into your full plank. From here, we'll go to the other side. I'm gonna switch positions, you stay where you are. Opposite side, staggered or stacked. Maybe you're just holding with the knee down, and possibility of a lift and lower. working through the obliques, working that entire side body, shoulder, arm. Is there anything that's not working? I don't think so. Maybe no, even my baby toes are working. 3, 2, 1. Full plank. Breathing here. Downward dog or child's pose. Deep breath in and sigh that out. Bend the knees any amount. Walk back. Roll it all the way up. Shake it out. Come to the top of the mat. Go wide with the legs. Gotta squat. Knees point towards the toes. You're in external rotation on both legs. Hands can be wherever you want them. For a little more challenge, put the arms up. And then from here, lift and lowering the hips. Okay, so you can do whatever you want with the arms. You could do something asymmetrical, do it on the other side. You can actually work the arms by kind of flexing and pressing, flexing and pressing. Maybe you're doing that here. So just play with all the different things that you can do to make this unique and beneficial on whatever levels you want, whatever needs to open, whatever needs to strengthen. All right, and then from here, option to add a little hop, but if you're hopping, you're gonna take the feet closer in, okay? Maybe even take the toes more forward, okay? Hopping, throwing the air back. We're just hopping with wider feet. I don't want anyone hopping way out here. It can be destabilizing, so let's just go wide foot hop rather than close together. Good, then maybe work the hips a little differently because we have a wider base and take that into more of a chair. I'm on fire. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, hold, and slowly come up. Probably shouldn't have done this 2 days in a row. Shake it out. Mountain pose, breathe. Hands where you want them. Come back to the top of your mat. If you need more breath, pause and do not take this vinyasa. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Sound like I was scolding you. Do not take this vinyasa. Inhale, rise halfway up. Exhale, take it back to a plank followed by your variation. And then we'll all join in a child's pose. Roll out the wrists a little bit from that side plank, especially if you are on the hand. And then hands come down, downward facing dog. We've been walking the hands back to the feet. This time we're gonna walk the feet to the hands, or you can take a hop, rise halfway up, exhale, fold any amount, maybe bend the knees. Inhale, this time you might reverse a swan dive up. If that feels okay, hands to the heart, shake it out. So we're gonna cross the midline like we crossed the midline here, but this time we're gonna cross behind, okay? So opposite hands are gonna reach away, okay? So I'm mirroring you guys. So I'm gonna bend what is my right knee, take my left leg back and reach across. Come back and then switch sides. That front knee is bending and I'm trying to point my kneecap roughly in the same direction as my toes. Make sure the knee feels healthy. If this is too much, let's just make it smaller, okay? If you want more, bend that front knee a lot more and step way away. Keep it going. If you want more than this, you're going to add a hop in between. We're using that press back arms like we've been using in all of the previous hops, but we're using more of a reach in between. Hopping, stretching, crossing that midline. And if you want to add even more, start to spread your wings. And when you hop into that low lunge cross leg position, you're going to tap down with one set of fingertips and reach up with the other. And if you want a whole lot more, Lord knows you haven't been working hard enough with the kids. Yeah, right. Then speed it up. You're like, how many toys have I picked up off the floor? How many lunches have I packed? It's like, how many nights have they been like, but I'm not tired? Go to bed. And last one, that's how I parent. Go to bed. Breathe. So yogic. All right, so that was a big energy shift up, like I have to tell you that. So we are in that really high heart rate, which is the high fat burning, calorie burning zones. And then this type of work, the high intensity interval training, helps us continue to burn calories even after the process is over. Look up the benefits, look up the hormonal changes, it's amazing. Okay, well we have 5 minutes and 20 seconds left. Top of your mat. Inhale, reach. Skip this if you're still trying to find the breath. Exhale, fold, which is totally understandable. Inhale, rise halfway up. Exhale, plank, vinyasa or knot. I'm in the knot camp because I want to catch my breath to be able to speak to you guys. Breathing here. Okay, so we're gonna shake the ground. We're gonna move the whole floor away from us with fast twitch muscle fibers of the arms. So come into, if you have any neck issues or shoulder issues, you can do this forward like this with invisible ground in front of you. If not, downward facing dog, hands wider than the shoulders, and start to bend and straighten really, really fast your elbows. In fact, it's not a full straighten of the elbows. It's more of a bent elbow position with a shake. Shake, 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 press, press, press. Working the triceps a lot. The triceps will probably start burning here, maybe even the shoulders. You're trying to shake the world away. Push, 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 push. Pushing, 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 shake, shake. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Downward dog. Deep breath in. Sigh it out. Child's pose for a moment. Elbows come down, lift the torso a little bit and roll those wrists. Shake out the arms. 3 minutes and 47 seconds left. All right, we can do that. We'll walk back to the feet, roll it up to stand. Shake that on out. Okay, so we wanna get this mind really strong and the body really strong. So we're gonna work front and behind, okay? So what you're gonna do is, you might not have done this before, but you're going to bend one knee, tap the same side arm as the knee, cross behind you, see if you can touch the toes or even just pretend you're touching the toes with the opposite hand. Okay, so we're gonna go back and forth like this. Okay, obviously there's a balance and you're moving, so it's changing your need to stabilize. So this is already hard enough, and this is working the posterior chain and the anterior chain. So in front of you and behind you. Now, for those of you who feel like you can add a kick in the front, you can start to put the front arm forward, maybe kick towards the hand or on the hand, and you're using front hand to kick and back hand to kick. 5, 4, 3, 2, up, 1, and shake it out. Widen your feet. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Sway a little bit side to side. Hands to the waist, bend your knees. Inhale, protect the spine as you come up, and either hop or step in with bent knees. We're gonna do the other side. So, same hand, same knee, opposite hand, toes. Okay, so lifting and crossing. Okay, when you get the hang of that, okay, so you might want to do this for a while. You're contracting. You can play with how far back you're moving or how far the hand is from the foot, playing with that. I find this side to be much harder than the other side. We all probably have a side that feels a little easier. If you want to add kicks, then add your kicks. If you're leaning back and you're really trying to kick, then just keep the knee bent, okay? Instead of going for that extension. Because for that extension, you need a lot of strength, but also a lot of hamstring length. I'm feeling like I don't really have a lot of that today. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, will we feel that tomorrow? I know I will. Mountain pose, breathe. Time check, 111, 111. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to your heart. Bend the knees, and we're gonna do a hop, 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 out, 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 in, in. Here we go. Hop, 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 hop. Okay, so we're just moving away, abducting, and then moving towards adducting. So we're getting both of those things. And then we're going to increase that heart rate and take care of the synovial fluid moving. Lymphatic system gets a nice movement when we hop. And we'll remineralize the bones. Bones will get stronger, so many things. And they don't have to be big hops to be so impactful. 22 seconds. And pause, breathe here. You didn't have to do 20 seconds of just that. Come up to the top of the mat. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, downward dog, please. Or child's. No vinyasa this time. Woo! There we go. Beautiful work. And child's pose if you're not already there. Roll out those wrists. And we'll end the way we started. So if you want to pad the knees, you can. Some gentle cat-cow. It might feel better for you to inhale through the lift of the hips and the heart and to exhale through rounding, but if it's different for you, then you can change it. So the breath is meant to be explored as well as the body. So change it up, breathe as necessary, especially because your heart is probably still in a faster paced beating and you're still needing a little more breath. We'll press back into child's pose. Option here, you can do this with or without blocks. Taking the knees wide if that works. Elbows come down, hands together, walk the elbows forward, part the knees so you're opening into your groin. Drop the heart and take the hands back. You can do that with blocks on the lowest height of the block. Separated blocks, elbows forward, hands together, drop the heart down, hands come back, breathing. And slowly coming off of the blocks if you use them, and coming onto your back, hugging the knees in. And any hip movement that feels good, you're gonna do that. We work the quads a lot, so feel free to take any amount of stretch. So sometimes I like to do a roll onto the belly and a stretch here, draping the tail. For those of you who are a little more advanced, you might come up to seated, walk your heels closer to the outside of your hips, lift up to the toes, draw the knees down, and then drape your tailbone here. You can even alternately bend and straighten, move up and down the knees, one knee and the other, to increase the stretch. There are different variations of these poses, like here. Not feeling like that's the one for me today because I'm too tight. But if it's for you, it's for you. All right. And then hug it back in. Extend one leg. Other leg can be on the ground or sole the foot on the floor. Give a little stretch to the back of the leg. And other side. And any other things that feel good. Twisting might feel good. Maybe you're ready to just go into Shavasana. I say that as if you have all the time in the world and no kids have started banging on your door asking for a sandwich. So let me just personally say thank you for all of your hard work that you do, raising the future, raising these children. And even on days that feel thankless, know that as parents, we see each other. I know you're working really hard. And I'm so glad that you took some time to spend for yourself, for your health, for your release, and just to come back into recognizing that sometimes it feels like we are our children, but we're really still us. Okay, so thank you so much for being here. If you have any comments, any suggestions, questions, please put them in the comments. I do answer those. And if you got anything out of this, please hit the like, subscribe, notification bell, and Also, you could just pretend that this workout is still going on as long as someone is watching your kids or they're sleeping, and take a little nap. I hope you have a wonderful day. Namaste.